when you're repeatedly in those kind of conversations, it subconsciously influences you to be realistic. It has nothing to do with me, anyone telling me you can't go or you can go, and you can accomplish your dreams or you can't. It has nothing to do with me or my dreams. It's just a reflection of how they feel and what they believe about themselves and how they view life for themselves. Hello, it's your girl. Don't know what to say today. So I'm very embarrassed to admit it. The truth is that I haven't done anything in the past month. I don't know what I'm struggling with at this point of time. I really don't. Something like even washing my hair today was such a task. I was like just delaying it for so long. And like the most little things, like going to the dentist is being delayed for some reason. All these things have just been piling up. I've just been picked up this habit of putting things off, and it's really bothering me. Something I hate is wasting time, and that is something that is all I've been doing. Dad got a new sofa, which is like an electronic sofa, which has this like recliner thing on, which also has like your leg rest. It's like just fucking crazy. That's just like just taken over my life. I just wake up and I'm like just sitting on it all day. And got like a Amazon Fire Stick, so you don't even have to fucking get up or like even type. Now you can like just say shit and like the movies are gonna come up. So I watched all of like Harry Potter from the Goblet of Fire till the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Watched fucking the Avengers, just like stupid shit. But it's weird, like I feel disappointed that I'm not able to do something, but at the same time at the back of my mind it's crippling me, but there's just no urge. I'm like, what do I even do? Make another video? Who cares? Because the more I was talking to people, the podcast was also such an exposure for me, to talk to people who are actually out there in the real world doing real things. All I had was like bookish knowledge about like business and like making it or like whatever. That's why I wanted to talk to like real ass people and see what do they think of me, of my mindset, the vision I've created for myself, and all sorts of things. And something, the realization I came to was, it's weird. It's that I need to go to LA, I don't care if it's the right decision, whether it's the wrong decision. It is something that I must do. And it's not because like, I don't know how to say, that is where everything is. That is truly where I'll be able to figure out where do I fit in. Trying like as many different things as possible. Making content, speaking with people, it's fine, but it's kind of eating me up. It's annoying, I saw my Instagram followers, and it's our business, right? Like to increase your followers is a sign of success. It's not like, oh my god, I have clout or whatever, so many people follow me, but it's so much about like business, you want numbers. And I thought I was so smart with my idea of the podcast, that we'll do the 1 minute podcast, which is going to be where we will like collaborate with the other person, and we would flip our audiences, and instead of going from 1,000 to 1,100, we go from 1,000 to 2, and fucking hell, like I think I was at like 1,500 when I started, and I'm still at fucking 1,500 after putting all this work. One good thing about this is like Gary says, don't look at the numbers, look at the people who are following you, which is something great that has happened. Some amazing people have started following me, like actual like business people I admire, and looking at like watching what I'm doing, and I've been able to build a little bit of a network, which is cool. That is something which is cool. I feel like a lot of now, I wouldn't say important, but more relevant people are following me. That's something. That's like one good thing out of everything. I don't know, man. And now LA is so overwhelming because of the visa, Something like, all right, I'll book a ticket and go today. But the whole point of going to LA is to be able to work for someone I admire, like Gary vouches it for free because time is the leverage I have. So I will be able to leverage my time and my unlike hidden skills or resources or whatever for free. That means I have the leverage. But then to support myself, I would have to work like a night shift, like a job. And for job, I would need a work visa. And I mean, I'm just kind of describing it to make you think like why I feel I feel fucking like in a box. I know for a fact that there is going to be a way out of this, but right now it just crippled me to be paralyzed. You will need the fucking can I just fucking save? No, please stay like this. Is it weird, the frame? Maybe I'll fix the bed sheet, guys. It's better, at least a straight bed sheet. So for a work visa, right, whoever would employ me would have to like give like all the documents and stuff that I'm employing her, that's why you need to give her the work visa. And why those guys have to like send a letter and stuff, that they can show that they're paying you so you're able to support yourself here. But the point is, the person I would be working for would be for free. And just things, it's just so fucking insane and complicated. But I know for a fact that so many people have done it. It's not impossible. It must be like the most difficult thing, but it's not impossible. That is something that's keeping me going. For someone to like me, to employ me, is cool. I feel like I can make that happen. But for you to go through all, like, I feel like I would be such a burden, with all the visa thing. You have to like me on some other fucking level to be able to go through all of this. So I guess this is something now I'm waiting for. I hate it. Like, I don't it sounds so wrong, like I'm waiting for something. I'm like, you can't let life happen to you to go happen to life, attack life. And you can't wait for someone to make you happy. You're gonna create your own happiness and things like that. With a mind like that, something like this, I feel like it's so weird. I hate to admit it, but this is something that's been happening, that's been bothering me on so many levels, and I feel like it's time for me to go. I really need to. Something so small as all the conversations I'm having with, like, I stay alone, right? I'm just in my room watching movies, like creating videos or whatever. And sometimes when I do decide to go out, I'm like, let me like talk to other human beings and things like that. It's just been so stressful and disappointing and really, really discouraging. And these are all people like I fuck with and I vibe with, and some people I really respect. But something that I started noticing a lot, because I was like, I'm stuck and I'm young, so I don't know so much about like visas and all sorts of things. So I was like, maybe people older to me, when I tell them my story, I never told anyone I was planning to move to LA for the longest time. I was like, people are gonna make fun of me, and I was like, that their bad vibes are gonna like transmit to me or whatever. So I never spoke about it. But now I was like, let me speak about it. Maybe I just find someone who's like, I know her sister's brother stays there. Maybe we guys could link up or something like that. So I started speaking with people. And the biggest thing I started noticing was whenever I would like they're like, okay, why do you want to go? What do you want to do? So I would like get into the whole ass conversation. I love talking about it. But the more I spoke about and the more I opened up about what I wanted to accomplish, the more I faced weird like criticism from people. In a way, packaged in a way to be realistic. And I was like, what are you talking? They're like, like if LA is not happening, why don't you try like another city? And I'm like, it's not about going to a foreign country or going abroad. I don't want to live in my city. I'm not having that kind of a weird fucking phase, like kids have, like, I want to move out. No, it's about LA. It is the place to be. It's where the people and everything's gonna happen, It's not about any other fucking city. And even though people were speaking to me, I was like, they don't understand, that's fine. When you're repeatedly in those kind of conversations, it subconsciously influences you to be realistic, to don't like take such a big risk and take such a big leap. Start with something, like more, I don't know what fucking hell. I started thinking, I was like, why am I thinking about LA? Like, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Maybe I should try some other fucking city. Maybe what if I'm fucking delusional and just shit like that. And the biggest thing I understood was that people project their fears on you. It has nothing to do with me, anyone telling me you can't go or you can go, and you can accomplish your dreams or you can't. It has nothing to do with me or my dreams. It's just a reflection of how they feel and what they believe about themselves and how they view life for themselves. That's just that was something that was happening, and that really, really threw me off. And I was like, this is why, so many times I'm just watching podcasts and these guys are talking or someone, okay, like one thing was about dreams, the other thing was people like, you're too young and all sorts of things. And not in a way like I get it, like I may be young or whatever, but young in what sense? You know, if you're 30, if you're fucking 40 years old, you think, oh my gosh, such a child, you know, what a poor, like, delusional girl. And I feel embarrassed and hurt because my dreams are who I am. What I need to accomplish, my goals, is who I am. It's not a part of my life. It is who I am. It's something so important to me. So I feel people insult and all the visions and goals that I formed are not like just dreams or whatever. These are so like I won't say well thought out, but I've really studied and done my research and did everything. And for someone to say things like, oh, you're too young or whatever, I feel like they insult my intelligence. And that is why I feel like I can't even talk to people, you know, telling me that you're young, you know, you won't get it. And even if you're talking about like a random topic, right, and I have different opinions on it, or if I have a different perspective on it, I'm like, why do you think that is, you know, like, this is what I think. And even though I know they're completely fucking wrong, or they're right, whatever, in my opinion they might be completely fucking wrong, I give them the benefit of doubt that what if that they're right? Either I'm right, either they're right. And if they're right, I get to learn something, and if I'm right, then they get to learn something, you know. That's just how I have a conversation. Not like he's too old or I'm too fucking young. That's not what goes in my head. It's more of an idea. What are we talking about? What is a goal from this conversation? And something like even having a conversation with people, they just put me in the box saying, you know, you're too young, you don't get it. And then the next day I was really upset. I was like, I'm challenging you. Like, don't you want people to challenge you, or do you just want people who keep on saying like, yes, no, you're absolutely right? I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, then sitting on the floor hurts. And then the other day I was watching this podcast, and it was this like guy and like a whole like industry leader and something. He was super like old, like 40s, 50s or whatever. And he was talking to these guys who were 22, 23, 30 years, like young guys, all right? And he was just talking to them as individuals, as equals. And that really stayed with me. I was like, I could learn so much. And the reason I have learned so much, or I'm a little mature for my age or whatever, is because I hung out with people who were older to me, and they never put me in a box telling me I'm too young. The level of conversations that we were having from early on were just different. And that is how I developed, and that is how I started thinking. That is how my goals and ambitions grew with time and things like that, you know. I'm like, all you're doing is putting me in a box, and just felt like being like just shut down for everything when I opened up about my goals, whether it's just having a conversation on an intellectual level, or it's just anything. You're just always constantly put down. And I'm not saying I'm right or I know all the answers to everything, but I'm so open to learn. But I don't know, it's just been so annoying. And when I was watching that podcast, the guy was talking to them as equals, and he had the same thoughts as like me. And when these guys were talking, I was like, oh my god, this is exactly how I think, and this is exactly the kind of conversations I thrive on. That is the difference between where people stay. That is the difference between what kind of experiences people have, you know. If you have $1 billion dreams, you cannot be taking advice from people owning just thousands of bucks, you know. The biggest thing I learned this time was don't take advice from people who are not on the same path as you. And I feel like this goes out for everyone, you know. So anyway, I just constantly kept feeling I'm being shut down, put down. I'm a person who thrives with people, you know. I love people, I love talking. That is when my mind actually, like, whenever I'm talking and whenever we're having an amazing conversation, my mind is just, it's like fueling itself. That is when I'm like my most creative, and the ideas I get, it's just insane. And that is what I live for. I've just been having experiences that are absolutely the opposite of all of that. So I think all of that just combines completely throw me off, and I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching TV shows, and got this book, heard about it from Jake's CEO, and I heard that this book was read by Steve Jobs for 40 years of his life, and he even gifted it to his family and stuff on his funeral, I guess, something of that sort. And it's a very different kind of book, self-realization, all sorts of things. I read a lot about it because this video is fucking 20 minutes. I would just keep on talking.
Don't know what to say today.
But I feel like it's really important to understand life and understand how things work. And I feel like that is something that's gonna pull me on. And I don't know whether it's gonna be God, whether it's gonna be universe. I really need someone to save me from all of this. I feel like my dreams are just gonna die with me when I meet people like these over and over again. It's extremely disappointing. And I have podcasts I haven't edited for like a month now. Haven't gone to the dentist in a month now. Like, he has like that metal tooth I need to get on. I'm missing a fucking tooth. Can't go to the fucking dentist. Just all this weird anxiety. I just want to be in like at home in my room, or now I'm chilling a lot with my parents. So it's just all of that combined that's been happening. But I know that if I remain to be a good person and keep doing the right thing, I'm gonna meet this one person who's gonna change my fucking life. I'm gonna be faced with this one opportunity that's gonna completely alter things. Something that's just gonna be this one thing that's just gonna be fucking 180 from the situation that I'm in presently. I really, really believe that. I feel like I have a lot on my mind and I can only talk on this, and I don't even, it's so disappointing, you know, when I upload the video and I'm watching my analytics later, people don't even watch the whole video. I feel like I'm just talking to who am I even talking to at this point of time? But I'm recording this because I know for a fact that once I do make it, which I will, it's just a matter of time. In my head, it's already happened. One great thing I learned from Charlie Rocket, watching him on a podcast, is he said your belief is the biggest thing. It's gonna be the biggest thing that plays in your dreams, in your goals, or in whatever, right? It doesn't always have to be a financial dream. It could be like, you know, I'm the healthiest I've ever been, or I have an amazing family. So belief in all of this is the biggest thing, and the mindset you gotta keep is it has already happened. You really need to believe it from the core of your heart. It's already happened. Time hasn't caught up yet. It's already happened in my head. Where I want to be, what I want to accomplish, what car I'm driving, it's already happened. Time hasn't caught up yet. Fighting! It's like the Korean thing. Fighting! Yes, bitch, fighting! Yeah, so what was I saying, you know? I'd be able to share this with someone who is going through the same thing and who feels very alone and there's no one to hear you. So, thank you for watching. In case you're wondering, that is my blanket. It's just like kept super close to the camera. It makes the lighting different. You see? It becomes brighter. I look prettier with the blanket. Okay. My hand is fucking a monster hand. Okay, bye. See, if I get my hand here, I look so weird. Now I look cool. Now I look weird. Now I look cool. Now I look... Oh, I just look weird all the time now. Great, bitch! If you made it till the end, write down in the comment, fuse. I know if you're a real one or you just like watch halfway through.